G'day everyone, Ramsey here from One Stop Warehouse. Now at One Stop we love solar and so does SolarEdge, which is why they provide a wide range of residential products in their portfolio to cater for all the different types of end consumers and the applications that are unique to them. So I'd like to take some time to go through all the different models briefly in the residential sector. In particular, there is 6. So starting with number 1 is the HD Wave Genesis inverter. Now this is a single phase offering from SolarEdge, available from 5 to 10 kilowatts. And basically it's superseding the previous generation HD Wave. And it brings some more added benefits and at a much more cost competitive price. Next up, we have the new 3-phase inverter from SolarEdge. And this is basically a new and improved revamped version of the previous generation. So also superseding its predecessor. And available from 5 to 10 kilowatts. Now, number 3 is Energy Hub. Now, what is the Energy Hub? This is coming out shortly in Q2 this year, 2021. And basically it's designed to not only supersede the SolarEdge, but it's all you can do style inverter, hence the name Energy Hub. So it has many different functions it can achieve in one unit. And I'll go into the details later in this video. Number 4 is the EV charger inverter from SolarEdge. This can achieve charging your EV vehicle and powering your home loads using your solar on the roof. So those people with EVs is very beneficial. Now the last one is the AC couple inverter from SolarEdge, and this is designed for people with an existing solar system who'd like to retrofit some battery storage to their house. Now that's all for the models we have and SolarEdge's offerings. Now before I go into them one by one, I'd like to highlight 9 common points so we have a good drawing board to understand these products. Now guys, as I said before, to understand the SolarEdge family better, we need to talk about 9 common points between their whole residential range. So starting with number 1, automatic rapid shutdown on all their inverters, which means you have safe DC voltage working conditions and can ramp down each panel to 1 volt when the DC switch on the inverter side is switched off. Just like that. Now, number 2 is industry-leading 12-year standard product warranty, which is class-leading and above the rest. So this is something to show off about. And number 3 is single-string design for any product in the residential range for 5 kilowatts capacity and below. Now, there is conditions that must be met, such as you must use P401 optimizer, or alternatively, you can simply use SolarEdge's smart panels. Available in 360, 365 and 370 watt power class. Now bring me to number 4. All SolarEdge products come with compliant DC isolators with compliance to AS5033 Amendment 1 and 2. So no need to worry about that. And number 5 is commissioning is done via the SetApp smartphone application, which streamlines your commissioning process from your phone and is very simple and easy to follow. Except for the older generation SolarEdge single-phase hybrid, like this one here, it's commissioned via the LCD screen display like old conventional inverters do. Now, number 6 is internet communications. How do we do it with SolarEdge? They have 3 options available. Number 1 is the Ethernet. Now, all inverters are defaulted with an Ethernet port inside the inverter, so you can do LAN connection to your Wi-Fi router. Second option is Wi-Fi, of course, so wirelessly connecting to your home router. You do this by purchasing a Wi-Fi antenna kit, which I'll put up on the screen here with the item code. And the third option is quite new, and I believe one of the best options for internet comms. It's called the wireless gateway. Now this one is basically a hybrid between wireless and wired connectivity, but I'll go into the details in a separate video to explain it in more detail. So stay tuned for that. Number 7 is throughout the whole range, they have the famous panel level monitoring, especially for the installers, is quite important. Now, number 8 is metering and CTs. What's the case for SolarEdge? It's quite simple. Throughout their whole range, including commercial, they just use one single meter, which is I'll put on the screen here with item code. And CTs, you have options of 70 amp, 250 amp, and 1000 amp primary current, and you can choose selected based on your conditions or your site infrastructure. And last but not least, for battery options, SolarEdge is coming out with a new battery later this year, and it will be compatible with the Energy Hub, new three-phase generation, and the Genesis HD Wave. So for the other inverters, they might be compatible, but it's not yet confirmed, and we'll update you as the news comes in. So those are your 9 common points, guys, and now let me walk you one by one through all these models. So the number 1 was the HD Wave Genesis inverter. Now this is SolarEdge's cheapest offering and is priced very competitively with class-leading features that others can't produce. And it's appropriate for those of you who never used SolarEdge before and would like to get a flavor for it and understand it a little bit better with this entry-level product. Now, second product is the 3-phase inverter from SolarEdge. Now, this one is revamped, upgraded, and improved from the previous version to, because the previous version was designed for greater than 600 volt string voltages, but now this one is optimized for the Australian standard, and therefore no more parallel stringing required, and all the design rules from the previous 3-phase generation is scrapped. So now you can have, you don't have to follow the contours of the roof for both strings, and you can simply follow the same rules as a single-phase design rules. It's appropriate for those of you who in a 3-phase dwelling as well, and with a high energy load consumption. Of course, the Energy Hub, the almighty all-you-can-do Energy Hub. So, what's all the hype and what is the Energy Hub? Basically, it combines all the features from all the single-phase offerings of SolarEdge into one unit, one compact unit. And honestly, I was surprised, but it looks exactly like a normal HD Wave, like this one on the wall. Now, what can it do? Well, basically, of course, you can install on single-phase and 3-phase dwellings. It has up to 9.2 kilowatts EV charging power. It's battery ready with the SolarEdge battery plus LG Chem. Also, it can do backup, which is very helpful. And therefore, the last one is oversizing up to 200% and still claim STCs upon conditions. Okay, the AC couple inverter, and this one is basically compatible with the LG Chem high voltage. And as I said before, you retrofit battery storage for existing solar customers. Very easy, simple, and quick way to do it. And the last one, the EV charger solar inverter. Well, basically we have the 5 kilowatts, and you can order it with a 4.5 or 7.6 meter cable. And it has a combined overall power maximum output of 7.4 kilowatts at any one time, including powering your home and charging your vehicle. And of course can be installed on single or 3-phase dwellings. So there you have it, guys. This is the overview of our residential range from SolarEdge. As you can see, there's a lot of different products suited for every type of consumer. So thanks for listening, guys, and I appreciate it. In the future, we'll bring out more videos regarding the Genesis HD Wave in more detail, Energy Hub, 3-phase, and of course, the wireless gateway internet communications that I just talked about before. So thank you guys again, and I'll see you next time.